Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for Serpent X Tech, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at FairBrix. Now, this particular project is being revived by a colleague or a few colleagues in the crypto blockchain space that's been around for quite some time, and it's a product that was originally built by Charlie, right, or Satoshi Light, right, the creator of Litecoin. So it's very interesting that they're reviving this project. They do have a lot of work ahead of them, and we already took a look at the initial QT wallet on Yeti.uk. That audit should be posted, and that audit's going to have also links to like their Discord and stuff like that. Because right now they got a lot of building to do. They got to update the Explorer. They got to update the wallet. They got to clean up a lot of code because when we did the audit, that same minerd.exe program that we found in Rainbow Miner that caused a lot of issues, so to speak, with various scans, is in this one as well, or in this QT wallet, because you can not only set up the wallet, but there's also a CPU miner in it. But there's GPU miners that we can utilize, the CUDA version for PC miner from Klaus. There is the CPU opt miner if you wanted to CPU mine it, and then SG miner if you want to mine it with your AMD GPUs. But all of these are fairly older versions of miners, right? They're not like the LOL miner, SRB miner, T-Rex miner, so on and so forth, that have been updated constantly throughout the years. There might be a more recent version, but all the versions are going to be linked in the FairBrix Discord. Let's just focus right now about the project, but just know that the audit has those links in it, and that will be down in the description. So FairBrix was originally launched in October 2011, right? So this is from Charlie, right? Charlie Lee, the same creator of Litecoin. Before they were messing around with Litecoin in 2013 and 2011, they were playing around with this project called FairBrix. And believe it or not, FairBrix is actually a fork of Tenebrix. And if we look at Tenebrix here, Tenebrix is a Bitcoin fork with a solid stance against GPUs and in favor of transaction anonymity, so anonymous transactions. It's quasi-deflationary. There's no miner subsidy cut. Strong transaction decorrelator service based on a buffer made from sequestered or permanently isolated from the market pre-mined coins to increase transactions. So there was a pre-mine, and each block reward was about 25 TBX every time you hit a block. So similar to the same thing, right? It's 25 coins per block. It's a script proof of work algorithm. And nowadays, while the article or this 2011 Bitcoin talk thread talks about how it's more effective for CPUs and GPUs can mine it, but it's trying to be fair, we now have ASICs. We live in a world where ASICs run the world, unfortunately, especially when it comes to SHA-256 or script. So as of right now, there are no ASICs on this. Not sure what the team is planning to do, but when you look at something from 2011 where it says that it's ASIC resistant, we all know what the truths are. Something can only last so long as far as being ASIC resistance, and if it's no incentive for manufacturers like Bitmain, Wetsminer, or whatever to make a new miner and go after that coin like we saw with Caspa, then there's not going to be any point. But there are script ASICs already out there. However, this project is a fork of a fork that got forked but then revived, so it's not a fork. So the foundation was laid by Charlie Lee in the past. It was a fork of another project. It's based on a script algorithm. You get 25 FBX or FairBrix per block, and you can mine it with your GPU. So if you're on NVIDIA, CC miner from Klaus, or T-Klaus, I believe, and then SG miner, right, which is there's an older version, and when you go to the link inside the Discord, you are going to get a warning from your browser, from your antivirus. 4.21, I believe, is the last one, because these are some older miners. And then CPU opt miner, or CPU miner.opt, if you want a CPU mine. So SG for AMD, CC miner for NVIDIA, CPU opt for CPU. So it's something that I'm intrigued by. I haven't been able to do a full dive, but the first thing I wanted to look at was the wallet, and I did that, and that's on Yeti.uk. The current version is version 1.0, right? And Charlie Lee even specifies at the end of this Bitcoin talk thread to not utilize anything within the thread, yada yada yada. So the team is working hard to revamp, re-optimize. They got to clean up a lot of code. There's a lot of false positives within their wallet, but pretty much from Miner D is the problem. And that same Miner D program is in Rainbow Miner and many other particular miners or options out there. And actually the profile here for FairBrix is from Charlie. He went by the name Coblee, Coblee, on Bitcoin Talk, and even on their their FairBrix GitHub page. But it's still very interesting, because they were planning on going through with this, but then in 2013 it just stopped. The project was abandoned. He announced that the project was abandoned. He moved on to Litecoin. So it's a revival. Some of the same things still apply, but obviously what I would do if I were mining this particular token is I would keep an eye on the team, right? So the link to their Discord is going to be in the audit. I believe they're working on a possible website. Most importantly, the Block Explorer, because right now the Block Explorer is not working. There is a way to get stats through a different website, but they got to fix the Block Explorer. They got to get the website up and running. They got to update the wallet, clean up the code, clean up the the wallet structure itself. And then, of course, hopefully as it gets more traction, we'll have various miners programs like LOL Miner or Team Red Miner or T-Rex Miner or BZ Miner pick up and allow, the script algorithm, because not a lot of miners have the script algorithm plugged into it, so where you can just go there and change some information. And right now, if you were to mine it, it looks like we're mining through our local node, right? So you get the QT wallet up and running, you get it connected, and then you mine through your local node. Now, there's a way that you can do that over a LAN, over a WAN, depending on how your network is configured, or you could just do local host, which is 127.0.0.1, and then you can mine if that same node and miner is on the same system. It will work just fine. All the instructions to get up and running and mining is in their Discord, which is linked at the bottom of the audit. But I just wanted you to know, this is a fork of a fork that has been revived. And we know Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, knows what they're doing. So the foundation there is solid. The team just got to build it up. And the colleagues that have been in space for quite a minute that have revived this, just that tenure alone makes me sort of interested in this project. I just hope to see continued improvements and revisions to this project as they move forward. So I'm going to leave you to decide what you want to do. Links are in the description, and that's going to do it for today's video. Do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And when the team comes out with an updated wallet, we'll do an updated audit for that. We might look at the miners, some of the legacy miners, just to make sure you guys know what is in those as well. So keep an eye on yeti.uk, and you just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.